Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's been a little while since I've taken you guys around and I wanted to show you what's been going on in the garden. I've been working really hard. As you know, last year I had some setbacks with some injuries that I had, so that made this spring a lot of work for me to get some things cleaned up from last year's garden in order to get the spring garden up and running. So you'll see that some things are a little bit behind, but I'm getting them done slowly but surely because I'm on both feet now, finally. And I'm just thankful to the Most High that I'm able to move around. Even though it's a little bit slower, I am able to move around, and so I'm very thankful and blessed that I'm able to do that. So I just want to show you guys what I've got going on in the garden in my backyard. So let's get going and see what we've got going on. First things first, this bed's got to get cleared out. And these pots on either side of the greenhouse where I had my huge hibiscus plants, they've got to get cleared out. One big problem that I know I'm going to have is I'm pretty sure they've rooted into the ground under this pot. So that I'm going to need a little help with. I think my husband's going to have to help me figure out how to get this out of this pot and out of the ground. I do have some more hibiscus that I've started because it did not overwinter here in my climate. So I did start some more right there. In the greenhouse, my citrus, it needs to come out. I've just been keeping the doors open day and night because it's gotten pretty hot. The nights are pretty, still, it's pretty warm at night, around 50 or 60, but it gets really hot in the greenhouse. So even though it might get as cool as 50 degrees at night, um, it it gets pretty hot here in the greenhouse. I've been keeping all of my starts out um, so far. Already been they've already been acclimated, so they're ready to go in the ground as soon as I'm ready to put them in the ground. So all of my citrus is looking good. I had a little issue with this key lime plant. As you can see, it got dried out at one point. We went out of town, and because this position in the greenhouse gets the warmest, it got really hot and it got dried out and the entire plant almost died, but I was able to save it and it came back from the brink of death. So what I'm going to do is just prune this dead part off. Gecko. Those darn things scare the mess out of me. They were in this greenhouse mating the other day. Just, oh, they're everywhere. I know that they eat bugs, but oh, they scare me so bad. Oh, nasty things. Anyway, yes, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you, you nasty. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and prune off the dead parts because it's coming back nicely. Otherwise, the citrus is doing really well, and if you see here, this is exciting. We've got some clementines that are growing for the first time. So that's really exciting. All the citrus plants look great. We've got a lot of cleanup to do in all of these grow bags and some of these pots. So still a lot of cleanup to do here. Some of this gladiolus came back in this raised bed here. So that should be coming back soon. That'll be pretty. I've done some cleanup in this herb area. That's just a weed. Some mint. I have such a hard time with chamomile for some reason. I keep seeding it right there, but it doesn't want to do well for me. I'll keep trying. I don't know what the problem is. But here are some of my herbs. We've gone over these before. They're doing well. However, my herb tower here has seen better days. So I'm going to need to give this some attention because you guys have seen this herb tower look glorious. And right now it is not looking great. So it needs some attention. This herb area, however, looks really nice. I'm going to spend a little time. I'll do some videos about some of these herbs that we've got growing here. They're looking great. You guys saw my eucalyptus plant get planted there. What we've got going on over here is some some cabbages that went in late. These cabbages went in late, and because of that, if I want any shot at all of them surviving this North Carolina heat, I went ahead and covered them with shade cloth. So that's what this is, and I put some onions around the border, and that was just something I did for space saving, as well as trying to keep the bunnies out of there. Just an attempt, because you know the issue that I had with Cupcake eating my cabbages, that whole saga. We've had another saga with Cupcake here recently. I'll tell you about that when we get to the other side of the garden. I did put a squash. I put two zucchini plants here as well. I put that under the shade cloth just as an experiment, just to see what would happen, how they would fare. I know that I'm going to have to hand pollinate those, but I want to see how they do because I have such an issue with squash bugs and vine borers. So I'm just curious to see how they do with a little covering. I've prepared my sweet potato bags. Got those all amended. I put some new amendment in those. I have my sweet potato harvest video from last fall. I never did upload that for you guys. If you're interested in seeing it, just drop a comment down below. I can still edit that and upload it if you're interested in seeing that. The time went by, and so I never did upload that. But if you're interested, I can still do that. Got some squash here and a few more onions. A few garlic that popped up. So basically what happened is these are some garlic that I did not find last year, and so they grew again. So what we've got growing on here are the same thing, some broccoli and cauliflower that went in a little late, and so in order to give them any chance at all in this heat, I went ahead and covered them with shade cloth. And there's some garlic that apparently I missed when we had that huge garlic harvest, and we apparently missed some garlic, and all of these came up on their own. So that's what you see, and it's almost time to harvest that garlic. That's why it's laying over like that. So I need to get that soon. All of our tea plants or tea bushes looking pretty good. This is the Asian pear tree that I grew from seed. I showed you guys that the other day that it had flowered for the first time. I've been looking on here for the actual fruit. I haven't seen it. I haven't found it. So I'm not actually sure that it will produce a fruit this year. But it was exciting to see it actually flower for the first time. That's the first time it's flowered. So that was beautiful. Our muscadines and scuppernongs are down here. They're kind of wild, to be honest with you. They're coming along. They're doing their thing, kind of on their own. To be honest with you, I have not paid much attention to them. They're doing their own thing all by themselves, as well as this area back here. This area has just fallen by the wayside. I had such plans for this area. Alas, the only thing that's growing down here that I actually planted intentionally is some echinacea. And unfortunately, I need to, it's on the list. This area is on the list of things that I need to get to. So that's that. This area here is also on the list. This is where I grow my melons typically, so I need to clean all of this out. I've got some melons that need to go in there, some melon starts that need to go in there, and then obviously some seeds that I'm going to start. Melon seeds don't take long for me to start in my climate. I put them in and a couple days later they sprout, so I'm not too worried about it. And butterfly pea, I need to start that in that pot again. Those are old butterfly peas that you see there. All of this needs to come down. Loofah, all of that needs to come down. A lot of cleanup needs to happen here. Let's go to the other side of the garden. Here are just some of my starts. Just some things that I've started. Some herbs, some peppers, tomatoes, a few herbs there. Got a couple of Brussels sprouts that I put in here. I'm not so sure how they will do, but I put them in anyway. I brought them and I didn't get a chance to put them in because we had some death in the family, so we had to leave town and just some things that happened, some family things that happened. So I got them in anyway because I didn't want to, waste them. So I put them in. I put this barrier around them because Cupcake, she hops around the yard and I don't want her to eat them. Got some lettuce here. I put lettuce seeds in here and in there as well, but for some reason, the one that I put May Queen, the variety May Queen in there, and nothing happened at all. So I just went ahead and reseeded it with romaine the other day. That'll do just fine. And Bronze Beauty, just one plant popped up and I was like, that's weird. Bronze Beauty usually does fine for me, so I reseeded it again. That was weird. That's just a volunteer valerian. I've planted valerian one time and now I've got valerian all over the yard. This rose bush, yeah, I didn't prune it and now it's out of control. So, and unfortunately, it is the most thorny, prickly, most unsafe rose bush I have ever seen. My roses out front are nothing like this. This one in the backyard is got to be the most deadliest rose bush ever. So I did not choose wisely when I picked it. I picked it just because it was pretty when I was in a garden center one day, in a big box store garden center, and I regret it. Yeah. So here are all of my potato bags. I'm definitely late on getting my potatoes in. Usually my potatoes are twice this size by now. That's a volunteer potato. But I've got them. They're ready to go. I just need to get them in. They'll be fine though. I've got plenty of time. I just know that I usually have them in and they're growing by now, but it'll be fine. This is the area where I will put my cherry tomatoes and my tomatillos. My tomatillo starts are not doing well this year for some reason. So I have only 2 out of 6, and so I've had to restart those again. So I may be a little behind on those. I'll put the 2 that I have in and then wait for the other 4. But if I don't have salsa verde, then what's the summer garden for? So tomatillos are a must in my summer garden. In the main garden, so in this small bed, we had a little issue. Cupcake had made a nest for her new litter of bunnies, and we had to relocate them into the forest. So that was an issue. She wasn't too happy about that, but we didn't kill them or anything, but we gently relocated them. And she kept hopping up to us like, where'd you put my baby? So we had to deal with that. And all of the other beds I have cleaned out and amended. I put some collards in that bed. Everything else is ready to go except for this bed, because I have some garlic that was like the ones on the other side that I don't want to say volunteered, but basically got missed from previous years, and it needs to be harvested. So I'm going to harvest that before I amend this bed. Otherwise, and I did start some cucumber seeds already. I just direct sowed those. The ones on this side have come up. The ones on this side haven't come up just yet, but they will very soon. And I'm going to show you something funny. So, you see these lovely poppies right here? I planted poppies in that pot last year because I don't need flowers in this raised bed. I usually have peppers in this raised bed. I don't need flowers taking up space in this raised bed. I don't have anything in that pot, but the poppies decided they want to be here instead of there. And those will probably be the most magnificent, beautiful poppies ever known to man, but they're not where I want them to be. Will I pull them up? Absolutely not, because they're going to be beautiful. But it is a little frustrating because that is not where I intended them to be. But I'm going to leave them because they're going to be beautiful. And you know me, I love a beautiful garden. So, what else is going on? Oh, the blueberries. Let me take you around to see those. So the blueberries are coming along. We've got 2 different varieties, so that's why the bushes are different sizes. So this bush here, and this one is much bigger. It's so pretty, and I think it's going to yield quite a few beautiful blueberries. All right, so that is it. I'm pretty happy with the progress that I've made so far. I still have a lot of work to do, as you can see, but that is the beauty of the spring garden. So much life, so much work to do, but so much fun and so much beauty everywhere. So if you have not gotten outside to enjoy your spring gardens, please do. Please go outside, plant some seeds, plant some flowers, enjoy your spring garden, enjoy your spring wherever you are. Go out and have a beautiful, beautiful day or night wherever you are. Bye-bye, everybody.